back now to March 26, 1974, and an epic clash down in Caracas. Or as I like to call it, the melee in Venezuela. You might not recognize him with all that hair, but the ripped-up guy in the red trunks is actually a 25-year-old George Foreman. This ain't the smiley TV nice guy George you're used to. Back then, he was the most feared man on the planet, with good reason. No one punched harder, then or since. He brought an astonishing 39-0 record into this title defense against the legend in his own right, Mr. Ken Norton. Ooh, the jawbreaker, Black Hercules. He was a dominant force in the sport for over a decade. But on this particular night, not so much. Let's pick up the round 2 action.
Foreman teeing off. 3 right hands send Norton crashing into the ropes. The referee gives Norton a mandatory 8 count.
Are you kidding me? When was the last time you saw 3 rights in a row like that? Then Norton slingshots back off the ropes to catch a 4th? Oh, delicious. Can I have another serving? That one seemed a little more like a slip. Norton sure gets his money worth out of those ropes. But this next series is where George Foreman really throws some fat beef on the grill. Sizzling. That was ridiculous. Foreman locks in the flavor with a roundhouse right, then slams Norton down hard with a bonus left. Just 'cause he can, 'cause he's George Foreman. But fear not, better days were just around the corner for Ken Norton. As for George, he'd lose his belts in his very next fight, the immortal Rumble in the Jungle against Ali. But that's enough boxing history for one show, kids. As 20-year-old Mike Tyson headed back to the ring.
But I'll tell you, when it comes to do business, and Mike Tyson does business.
It's less than a month after his 32nd annihilation of Marvis Frazier, yet the public was starving for more Mike. The buzz was deafening. Of course, not everyone was on board. One contender suggested Mike was just an average fighter with an awesome publicist. And as luck would have it, here comes that smack-talking contender now, Jose El Nino Ribalta. This Cuban giant was determined to expose the real Mike Tyson. I wonder if he felt the same way after seeing Mike in the flesh. I'll take it by your fear-bulged eyes, the answer is no.
Ribalta stated that he needs to try to make, or he wants rather, to make Tyson respect him.
Come one, come all, because nobody can get close to me. They're not even close. I'm the best fighter in the world.
The destruction began in the second with this ridiculous uppercut.
And there was an uppercut. What a shot. There's the punch. Terrific uppercut.
The 6'5" Ribalta was probably about 6'7" after that blast. 6 rounds of punishment later, Ribalta's mouthpiece was like, "That's it for me. I'll see you later."
The mouthpiece goes, and Tyson is on top of him.
Which was followed closely by this.
And there's a smashing left hand. Tony Battle will send Tyson to a neutral corner.
El Nino did make it to the 10th round, where he encountered yet another high-pressure system.
Oh, what a shot! And Ribalta's down. He is up, but he is in some trouble. Well, Ribalta held his own. I was surprised and very impressed with the fact that he was able to really deal with the pressure of a Mike Tyson. How you doing? You want to continue? Yeah, okay.
Down again, but not out. His fighter's heart wouldn't let him quit.
So do you want to continue? He said, yeah.
But referee Rudy Battle steps in before it gets really ugly.
And that's it. I want to say that there's no way Ribalta could win the fight.
And my punches were accurate and pinpoint. And I knew eventually I was going to get him.
It's all over. In one of the most vicious displays of punching ever seen.
At this point, Foreman's undefeated. Of his 38 victories, a staggering 35 have come by knockout, 11 in the first round.
Standing in his way on this night, most would say foolishly, is Joe King Roman. This well-traveled Palooka is considered a decent contender, but not quite in the same league as Foreman. Yeah, join the club, pal. September 1st, 1973. Foreman's the best heavyweight on the planet. He's in Tokyo for his first defense of the title that he won by knocking out Smoking Joe Frazier in Jamaica. Oh, he did not just stick his tongue out at Big George. As they come out at the sound of the bell, King Roman's got a plan. Use his speed to stay away from Foreman's fists until the champ is worn out. Yeah, good luck with that. Boom! Foreman lands a body shot that almost lifts Roman off his feet. That opens the Foreman floodgates. He starts swinging for the fences. If any of these punches lands flush, Roman's meat. Roman slips and oh! Foreman delivers a shot that some would later call cheap, although wisely not directly to the big man's face. As they get back to it, George picks up where he left off and kabong! King Roman gets crowned.
George continues to press the attack.
Now the smart move would be for Roman to take the second place dough and call it a night. Lucky for us, Joe's no genius. Here comes Foreman. Right there. Roman's left wondering how the canvas got so close all of a sudden.
And it's Foreman just pounding him into the canvas.
Well, here's how. Foreman is just manhandling Roman in the corner. Roman makes a run for it, but he doesn't get far. A big fat right nails him to the ropes. Then a brutal uppercut finishes the job. Joe Roman is so rocked by this performance, he would never again fight someone of the caliber of the man he faced tonight. And until a certain Mr. Tyson shows up 12 years later, the world wouldn't see a harder puncher than Big George Foreman.
A lot of men have fell and stumbled because they met Big George in that old square jungle.
The Hilton Arena is loaded down with limeys, looking for some sweet revenge. Can anyone save America from this imperial menace? Yeah, we're cool. I think we got this. In case you didn't know, yep, that's Mike Tyson. Defender of liberty, slayer of suckers, and a 20-year-old living legend. The British are coming! The British are coming! To Vegas, baby! That rowdy-looking redcoat is Frank Bruno, the #1 contender in the world. 16 stone 4 of tempered British steel, with a right that's not to be trifled with. It's his classic mid-period, Mike. Well-established, yet still fighting like he had something to prove. British call this look the stiff upper lip. In America, we say scared shrimpless, or words to that effect. These two get right down to business. And Mike wastes no time sending Bruno through the ropes with a right.
Oh, big right hand.
The first right stings him. Then a glancing blow to the crown, and Bruno just ran out of room to run. After that, Bruno went into his hugs, not slugs defense for the next 4 rounds or so.
Punching out, you hold him, Frank!
He does get off one solid left. But late in round 5, when Mike is finally able to get some separation, he treats Bruno to a star-spangled beatdown for the land of the Ga and the home of the Goodish.
Holy cow, did he deliver!
Somebody throwing the tea towel. The party's over. Watch how Tyson closes out strong with a right combo. One for me, Gulliver, and one for Rin Tin Tin. Cheerio, old chap.
Mike Tyson looked like a bull in an antique shop. And what he did was he cut down the old grandfather clock.
Mike, is that bloke trying to hug you for 12 rounds or what?
He wasn't about to hug him for 12 rounds because he was trying to impress his Englishmen out here. And I'm just convinced, you know what I mean? These fellas, I dare them challenge me with their somewhat primitive skills. They're just as good as dead.
Like I said, classic Mike.